Year, everyone. It's Amanda here with your 2018 RuneScope. Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to take a moment here at the beginning of the new year to thank all of my subscribers for supporting my channel, and also a special shout out to my regulars, my clients who come back to me again and again for readings. And some of you have been with me going on 5 years now, almost since the beginning. Some of you have been with me since the beginning. So thank you for choosing my channel and choosing me to read for you. I very much appreciate it. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I do encourage you to watch the previous month's videos and see if those resonate with you, if I'm connecting with your energy. If I am, please do click the subscribe button, because then you will get the videos delivered to your subscription feed when you log into your YouTube account. My new videos will just will be there and pop up in your subscriptions. You can also hit the little bell and set up notifications if you want to be notified whenever I upload new content. This reading is a little bit different because I cover the beginning of the year with the runes or the tarot, and then the second part of the year with the runes of the tarot. They let me know which one wants to go first, but the deck I'm using for these this year is the Paulina Tarot, and this is a beautiful deck by Paulina Cassidy. She's actually one of my favorite artists. It's very fairy tale-esque, so I hope you will enjoy it as much as I do. For those of you who would like your January 2018 RuneScope, I have posted those over on my Vimeo channel. They are available, and they include the spiritual guidance for January. So if you want to get that as well, just click the link below. Your 2018 Career and Finance RuneScope is also over there and available for those of you who would like a more focused look at money, career, finances, studies, all of that good stuff. So yeah, you will find all of those details below. Just click or tap show more or the little arrow beneath the video to check that out. But without further ado, let's see what 2018 holds for you. It is that time, Scorpios. The runes wanted to go first with you as well. I think the runes have gone first on all of the readings I've done so far. I just do what they tell me. So we're gonna do January through June with the runes, and then we will look at July through December with the tarot cards. So January through June for Scorpio. Which runes will help the most of them the most for 2018, January through June? Scorpio, what's going on with Scorpios? First half of 2018, there it is. As always, Scorpio, keep in mind these are general readings, so not all of these messages will apply to you personally. Some are going to be for the other Scorpios that are watching. That's why I always encourage you to check out the video for your rising sign as well. That can give you additional messages and information in lieu of a personal reading. But a personal reading is the best way for me to tap into your specific energy and let you know what I'm getting specifically for you. So I do encourage you to set up a private session. Just drop me a line at my email address. A new year is an excellent time to do that. Just keep in mind, it is my busiest time of year, but I will get back to you as soon as possible. And I am doing full 1 hour New Year's sessions for $130 if you want to. And it's a similar setup. I will look at the first 6 months, and then we'll do some questions and clarifications, and then we'll look at the second half of the year as well. Or you can always get the standard 30-minute Skype session that I do. Whatever works for you. But what's going on here, Scorpios? First half of the year, let's see what we've got. Challenge or focus here in the first half of the year. Well, I feel like many of you, some of you are battling depression. And I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but I mean, you know, it could be clinical depression, but it could also just be, you know, maybe 2017 was a particularly tough year. And I gotta say, just as I'm thinking about the monthly RuneScopes that I've done for Scorpio in 2017, it has not been the easiest of years. Really for anybody. I think everybody had some particular challenges in 2017. But Scorpios, you guys you know, you may be just feeling like, man, when am I going to catch a break? So your challenge may be staying positive. Now this could be an energy that weaves in and out, like it'll crop up. You know, it's not like the whole first half of the year is going to be awful. That's not what I'm saying or what I'm seeing. But, you know, it may weave in and out. You may be second guessing yourself, or things that used to make you happy no longer make you happy. Or, you know, I used to really enjoy this, but now I feel like I'm just going through the motions, or I feel like nobody understands me. And that's kind of a common theme for you, Scorpio, because you guys kind of keep so much buried and under the surface. It can be difficult for people to get to know you. And, you know, and therefore difficult for you to feel like you've got people who are there for you or who are connecting with you. But, I mean, the good news is Aeol is here, and that's indicating like protection is around you. You are being guided. There is going to be perhaps a new influence or a new person that you meet this first part of the year. And keep in mind in these general readings, also the time frames here, you know, it could switch. They could kind of bleed over into each other, these time frames. But I think that there's someone new coming into your life that's really going to brighten it, Scorpio, for many of you. So you singletons out there, it could be a romance, it could be a new friend, it could be a mentor, or you know, it could be a new spiritual guide, because at certain phases, when one phase is ending and others are beginning, you know, sometimes we get new spirit guides to guide us through a particular chapter, or take us on a new journey, or a new phase of life. For instance, from going from, you know, just maybe in a relationship and into becoming a parent. Oftentimes there will be a new spirit guide that comes in when one becomes a parent, has children, starts a family, or when one takes on a big challenge or a big career move. There's oftentimes, especially if it's work that is giving back or has a larger social significance, we will oftentimes get a new guide that's coming in. So you Scorpios may be having those things happen here this year. And there's a new influence coming in that is felt. Now, for others of you, your challenge is to combat this, to not give in to this kind of darkness, to not give in to this and let it steal your joy. That's what I'm seeing. Because what I'm feeling like is that there will be a lot of moments in 2018 where you know, you're feeling joy, you're feeling ecstatic, but then you're like, wait a minute, this feels good. What's going wrong? Or you seem so awesome. What's wrong with you? You know, it's like you're waiting for that other shoe to drop. You don't trust your joy. There could be also someone around who is stealing your joy. Could be some secrets. And we've got the rune of skeletons in the closet coming out, and reverse Perdreau is all about things someone was really trying to hide coming out and causing you disappointment. Or Scorpio, you could be causing someone else disappointment. But again, whatever, you know, whoever or whatever this is, you can't let them hold you back and kind of suck your energy, because they're stuck in a cycle that's just going to keep repeating, and you don't want to get caught up in that. Yeah, you could be disappointed. Somebody close to you could disappoint you, or it could be a pattern. Because again, this is kind of like a repeated pattern, and you've got to say, I've learned this lesson, I'm moving on. So there's a lesson repeating here, first half of the year, and it could be in any area, any relationship, any kind of relationship, any kind of dynamic, where you have to say enough's enough, Scorpio. You have to say, you know, I know I'm done with disingenuous people. I'm done with people lying to me. I'm done with people tricking me. I'm done with people who say they're going to be there for me and they're not. I'm not going to do this anymore. And that immediately opens the door to new people and new influences coming into your life. So in the present energy, so this would be the end of December moving into January, many of you are traveling or there's a big shift or change happening. So you may be leaving one job, starting a new job in January. It could be something that's going to completely change your direction, change your location. So you could be relocating for a job and starting that in January. You could be traveling for the holidays. But I feel like for many of you, this is more related to with where you're going to be for a significant part of 2018. And there seems to be a lot of communication going back and forth between you and maybe these people, this job, this boss. Yeah, a lot of messages being exchanged. I'm just seeing a ton of emails going back and forth between you and someone. And it could be that you are doing online training. If you're purchasing a new vehicle, I'd get the extended warranty if you can. Because, I don't know, Scorpio, I'm sorry to say, but it seems like some of you may buy a lemon or a car that it's like, you know, you buy it and then it immediately breaks down or has to go to the shop. So, and we're talking about, for most of you, January through June. So maybe it would be better to purchase it, you know, later in the year. Now this could also just be, you know, the vehicle that you have, breaking down, you got to get it fixed, and then, you know, you got to get a new one. But I kind of feel like many of you are looking here in January. You're looking for a new car. Maybe you just go to kind of browse and then end up driving one off the lot. I would be careful with that here, Scorpio. Definitely do your research, you know, an impulse buy with a big ticket item like that, it doesn't look like it's going to work out too well. Although you may be very excited in the moment, it doesn't look like it's going to turn out too well for you, even within a few months after that. But for many of you, I feel like this is a big shift or change that is actually going to be very beneficial for you. And it has to do with a job, relocating for a job, moving because you hate your neighborhood. There could be a big move that's going to change your life in a very positive way. It could also be planning travel in January. You could be planning a trip or planning travel that you're going to be taking. Maybe you were planning some travel when you were home for the holidays. If you were home for the holidays at the end of December, maybe you were talking with a family member, talking with somebody about a trip and planning that. And then you're picking it up in January and starting to set some things in stone here. Now the help that's going to be available to you, you have Gifu, which is a wonderful, wonderful rune to get. It's about partnership, marriage, engagement. Those of you that are single, this first part of the year, that status could be changing. You could be going into partnership with a new business, with a new company, and that's what we were talking about. For some of you, especially those of you that are already married or partnered up, this could be a new job, a new business partnership, or a new partnership between you and another company, a new company. But this, because this is coming up as a help to you, I mean, this is going to kind of, those of you that it is a new partnership, a new relationship, it is something that has staying power. Gifu is about long-term, you know, it's about commitment. It's about legal partnership as well. It's also someone offering something to you, giving you a gift, giving you a proposal. And so this could be those of you that have maybe been dating for a while. You could be taking your relationship to the next level. Somebody could be proposing to you, or you could be moving in with someone, or you becoming exclusive. But for those of you that are single, that sort of thing could happen. It could progress very, very quickly. And that could be where this kind of oh, I don't know about this, right? This second guessing and self-doubt and fear could be creeping up on you. You know, oh, this seems too fast, or I don't know, you know, it could all blow up in my face, or, you know, rather than, don't let that outweigh, again, this guidance come, because I feel like your spirit guide is going to be there saying, no, 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 this is the way, this is the person, this is the job, this is the move, this is the house, you know, this is where you're supposed to be going here. Now, what must be accepted? We've got Othila in reverse and Uru's in reverse. So we've got a difficult person in the family or in the home wreaking some havoc. So there could be some challenges. It looks like this first part of the year, Scorpio, around home and family. It could have something to do with an inheritance or property. It could have to do with someone, this is a very selfish energy, someone trying to take it all, take everything for themselves, or take advantage of other people in the family, take advantage of you. This could be one of these people that is a disappointment. They, you know, the secrets come out and things they've hidden come out, and you're just disappointed in this person. So, this could be someone you're in a relationship with, Scorpio, but I'm not feeling that, first of all. I mean, if it is, it looks like you may have a new relationship coming in, or you could work on this one, but I feel like more this is like a brother or a cousin or an aunt or an uncle or somebody just taking advantage maybe of older relatives, taking advantage of your parents, taking advantage of a situation. It could be an ex's new love. If you share kids and are co-parenting with someone, this could be a new influence in their life. And you're just kind of like, why would you get messed up with this person? But this is somebody who they're trying to get out of responsibility for something they've done or said, or it's kind of like they brought the house down, or they destroyed something, or they caused chaos and they refuse to take responsibility for it. In fact, this kind of person normally blames it on other people. It's not ever their fault. So, you know, family can always be a mixed bag, and we go through phases with family. Sometimes things are going great, and then, you know, other times maybe there's a challenging issue, or people are arguing or not getting along, and that sort of thing. So there may be some challenges going on around that, and specifically somebody who is not taking responsibility for the trouble they're causing or have created in the family, or maybe specifically in your home or in your family here, Scorpio. Now the outcome of the first 6 months, we've got Ewaz in reverse, which is not necessarily a bad rune. There could just be some delays in transit, you know, or delays in moving forward with something. This could be some problems with the vehicle. Because this is what I was kind of seeing. Rido is great, but then we've got Ewaz with, oh, I didn't know that about this car when I bought it. Had I known that, I maybe wouldn't have. So keep that in mind, Scorps, you Scorps that are on the market for a new car. It's not serious, though, for all of you. For some of you, it could just be a minor thing. Then, all right, I'll get that fixed. But then for others of you, it seems like maybe it's just the start of a series of problems with a vehicle. Now, this could also be going somewhere you have to go, seeing someone that you don't really want to see. Some of you could have a longer commute to work. Maybe if you worked from home, you now have a commute. If you have to go into work. Or it may be a position where you have to travel for work and you're not particularly enthusiastic about that aspect of it, but I think you'll come to enjoy it. Or it may be that you started off really excited about that part, and after you do it for 6 months or so, and by June, you're just like, oh, I'm sort of over the whole travel bit. Oh, I don't know if I can keep doing this, but you will keep doing it. At least, you know, it just kind of comes with the job is kind of what I'm feeling. Because again, this is not horrible. This is just, you know, the delays and spending a lot of your time in the airport and all the packing and, you know, lugging everything everywhere. That seems to be getting to you, those of you that are traveling for work a lot, or maybe more than you used to. This could also be having to go visit someone in the hospital. This is a very specific reference that comes up with this rune. Someone else got it. I think maybe cancer, or yeah, I think it was cancer. So someone could have to have surgery or have to be, yeah, or there may be a scare with someone and you go visit them. Maybe it comes while you're on the road or traveling, and then, you know, you find out about it and have to kind of, you know, scramble to go visit this person in the hospital, or someone who's not doing well. It could just be somebody who's under the weather, but they're close enough to you that you seem concerned about it. There's some area where you're changing direction a little bit. For those of you that this is not like actual commuting or physical, you know, vehicles or anything like that, it could just be you're tweaking your direction a little bit. It's like when you envisioned maybe 2018, you kind of saw yourself going off in this direction, and now it's like there's something totally different than what you had envisioned it to be. So let's jump into the second part here and see what we've got. July through December 2018, challenge or focus, 10 of Cups reversed. So, I mean, that's really, it's still a good card, even in reverse. But again, has a lot of associations with family, a lot of associations with Othilla, the rune, the family rune that we had in reverse over here. But yeah, your challenge is there's just something not quite, like the family can't get all on the same page. Again, this could be your immediate family, your husband, your kids, your wife, your kids, or extended family. Like we can't just all get along. That's kind of what this card is like. You know, most of us get along most of the time, or some of us get along. Why can't we just all get along or come together? Now, this could also just be you at certain times this second part of the year, again, kind of going back to this. It's like, I should be ecstatic. I should just be feeling like the 10 of Cups in the upright, like overjoyed, like I've achieved emotional contentment, like everything is perfect, but because I have everything I wanted, but I'm not feeling it. So Scorpio, what I'm feeling here is that you're actually going to be making great strides both in your private life and professionally, and you know, reaching these goals. And it is kind of like, you know, well, it's like the thought, just thinking about it felt better than actually being there, which, I mean, that's just life. Try not to get depressed about it. I mean, you know, we're always kind of setting ourselves up for disappointment. Oh, if I just meet this wonderful person, then I will feel like I've really, you know, start a partnership or get married or get engaged or whatever, and then I'm gonna be just so happy. And it's like, then you get there and you're like, you know, whatever. Or if I could just get this big time job or this deal or reach this title or this level of salary, and then I'll just be ecstatic. And then we get there and we're like, I really want that next level. I really want to make it up to that level now. You know, there's always another rung higher, right? So take some time to enjoy your accomplishments here in the second part of the year, particularly here, Scorpio, because I think that you can really, you won't be doing yourself any favors, you know, just kind of doubting that or thinking about that next rung, or just enjoy where you are for the moment. Doesn't mean you can't keep wanting to climb higher or keep wanting to fix the family or keep, you know, trying to do that, or But you got to take some time to smell the roses and enjoy where you are. I think the second part of the year, it looks a lot less stressful, though, just looking at the differences here. It seems like January through June, you're going, and then there's more time to relax. There's more chill time. Second part of the year, more time with family, more time with creative projects or things like that. Because in the present energy, we have the Four of Wands. So this would be, yeah, end of June going into early July. This is actually family stability. Stability around the home. Everybody actually doing well. It could be a special event. This could be a wedding. You could be getting married. Scorpio, you could be getting married in summertime of 2018, especially those, because again, we had a proposal over here. We had marriage over here. I'm just saying. What I'm also seeing is some of you may elope and then, you know, your family is like, why did you have this big, you know, this may not be you at all, feeling kind of like incomplete. Or, you know, it could be your family saying, why the hell did you leave us out of that? We wanted to be there, you know? Or just them really kind of like, you know, why would you do that without inviting us or telling us or what? So this could just be, you know, your family upset that you went off and did something in secret or, you know, but they'll throw a party for you when you get back. But yeah, this can be a celebration. If it's not your wedding or engagement party or baby shower or whatever, it could be you celebrating that for someone else. Here, at the end of June, early July, Cancer time, around that time when the sun's in Cancer. So yeah, the family could have cause to celebrate an event, a family reunion. It could be just excitement around the home, happiness around home and property. You could be purchasing a new home. Because again, so much relocation, and with these runes over here, you could be settling into a new home here in the summertime. And fixing it up, having a housewarming party, doing that sort of thing. You could be moving in with your honey, this person. So Four of Wands is a great card. I really like it. I mean, you've really got, we got 3 wands over here, because your help is the 7 of Wands in reverse. So there's a fight that you no longer have to fight. A fight is taken off your, you no longer have to defend yourself in some way, or just always feel like you are, yeah, maybe on the defensive. There's something that's dropped with the 7 of Wands in reverse. Or, so this can work in a couple of ways. So it could be this family dynamic. Maybe you were always bickering and arguing with somebody in the family and then it just stops. Or maybe it was other people that were always doing that and then it just stops for it could be for many reasons. Maybe one goes off to college if it was your kids and they're no longer fighting, or maybe everybody just decides we're not going to do that anymore. This could also be you no longer having to defend your stance on something, your viewpoint on something, because maybe somebody has an experience that opens their eyes. Now that doesn't happen very often, but it could be happening for some of you Scorpios out there. Like, it is kind of like that I told you so energy, although I don't think you'll do that. Some of you might. It may be too tempting. But yeah, I mean, you're no longer going to be accused maybe of something that maybe was, you know, and you were always having to say, no, and this is what happened, and this is why I did that, or said that, or what. You're not going to be doing that anymore. For some of you, it could be you were in a relationship like that, and everything you did or said was wrong, and you are out of that now. And for many of you, you're with someone new, and the dynamic is totally different. You're not put on the defensive anymore. Now there's also just you feeling like there's this struggle is over for something. It's maybe for some of you, maybe it's, I don't have to worry about meeting this person anymore because I've met my person. I finally met my match. I finally met Mr. or Mrs. Scorpio after, you know, and I just know this is the right person, and it's such a relief to not have to be single anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with being single, but it can get taxing, just like any situation. If you're in it long enough, you know, it can be exhausting. Not that marriage can't, that can be too, but it seems like whoever you're with, Scorpio, by the second part of 2018, it's really working for you. It's not a struggle. This could also be career attainment or achievement. Like, I no longer have to struggle to get that brass ring, right? I've reached that level. Because again, we're talking about, you know, you feeling like I should feel a certain way. Now, also, I want to mention for this challenge with family, and it's like some things may never be hunky-dory with a certain situation. Like, you may never be able to get things back the way they were, or the way, you know, we used to be together, or that phase is just over and we can't go back. And it may be a challenge for you to accept that, or someone else to accept that. For those of you that are marrying, you know, maybe you've been single your whole life up to this point, and then your family has always maybe become used to you always being around, always being readily available to help with things and do things for them, or just being able to spend more time with them. And now you have to devote, you know, time to your home, to your family, to your partner. And that may be an adjustment for them. But what must be accepted, second part of the year, we've got the Sun card in reverse. Again, fantastic card. It's all about, in the upright, recognition, achievement, promotion. There's something, though, you may be feeling is just out of reach here, Scorpio. And again, I really feel like for most of you, this is just like, well, I've spent my whole life wanting to get to this point, wanting to be married, wanting to be in a simpatico partnership with somebody, or wanting to be at this level in my career. And now I'm here and meh. This can also be like recognition and reward being kind of heaped on you and you not feeling that you deserve it. Or this could be also you feeling like you're not deserving of someone's love. I'm just feeling a real kind of inferiority complex here, Scorpio. So you're going to be exploring a lot of deep things. I feel like this is a very emotional year for you, in the sense of, I've always just been so focused on other things. Maybe I wasn't aware of the inner, like how turned off I was emotionally, not turned off as in, you know, sexually, but turned off as in being kind of stilted or stagnant or unable to connect, or so guarded and so afraid of connecting. You may have not been aware that you had this inferiority complex, or that, you know, for some reason you don't feel you deserve the recognition, or, you know, I don't feel like my work was all that miraculous. You may be getting, some of you may be getting a lot of positive feedback on work that you've done, or you could be employee of the month, or, you know, you could do something really challenging and just feel like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. Well, it wasn't difficult for you, but that's because it's your talent or your gift. Other people would find it very difficult. So just accept it, smile, and say thank you, and move on, Scorpio. You do deserve the praise. This could also be going back and forth about kids. Do I want kids? Do I not want kids? Or, you know, those of you that don't already have them, you could be in a partnership with somebody, and, you know, maybe they want them and you're undecided, or vice versa, and it's a topic of conversation, and you may not reach a consensus. But remember, we did have the Four of Wands. That can be birth, pregnancy, celebrating. This could be, I didn't really want kids, but whoopsie. You didn't get to come to my wedding, but you can come to the baby shower. You know what I always say? If you don't want it to happen, make sure it doesn't. You end the year with the 3 of Wands. So this is, I've sent my work out and I'm waiting for feedback. So, God, there's so much creativity over here this second part of the year, Scorpio. Whatever you're doing for work, if it's not birthing a human, creating a human, you're working on something just beautiful. For some of you, it may be your home. You may be building a home, redecorating a home. Pisces got a similar message, but I think it was in the first part of the year for them. But yeah, you may be putting a lot of work into a new home, or building one from scratch, or redecorating. Or you're working at home on a creative project that you're really putting all of your passion into with all of these wands. And this is like your life's work, Scorpio. So there's something you're designing, there's an invention you're working on, there's something somebody's building a computer thing, like a supercomputer. Or your own version of some gaming. It can be, you know, there's somebody is, that's a male Scorpio specifically, but I'm seeing women too working on breakthroughs in labs. Those of you that work in labs and are working on like disease prevention and cures and whatever this is you're doing, it's amazing stuff. A lot of you Scorpios, I mean, it's just, for others of you, it's more artistic. It's paintings, it's writing, it's creativity. It's creating something out of nothing, although that's everything I just described. You're all doing that. But, and then, yeah, at the end of the year, there's this element of, okay, I've tweaked this, I've done it as much as I can do it, and now I'm gonna submit it. Or I'm gonna submit it to the patent office, or I'm gonna send it to whoever I need to send it to for approval, or I'm sending it to agents, or I'm sending it to the publisher, or I kind of feel like, though, at the end of the year, for many of you, this is a second work. Because you're going to be getting accolades for something else that you've done the rest of the year. So, wow, Scorpio, big year. And the end of the year looks fantastic. But yeah, I see a lot of travel. I see a lot of love. And a lot of breakthroughs and achievements when it comes to your goals. Enjoy it, because we don't get a year like that too often, and we certainly don't get it all compounded into, like, you know, a 6-month period like for some of you. Again, it won't be for all of you, but I am seeing for a lot of you this second part of 2018. I mean, it's going to go down as one of like the awesomest years. And you know, there's not a lot of challenges this year, Scorpio. We don't have any devil. We don't have any tower. Even with the runes, we don't have any of the big bads. These things that do come up just are about doubting yourself, or, you know, not feeling as happy as maybe you think you should or would. That kind of thing. And that's just life. But enjoy it. Enjoy 2018, Scorpio. It really looks like quite a good year for you. Much easier than 2017 from what I'm seeing. But like I said, hit me up for a private session. I'd be happy to take a look at your particular circumstances and see what we get. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here for February's RuneScope.